Hello, my name is Mtibwa Hilary, and I would like to take you guys through a list of business ideas that I think are good side hustles for someone who is doing a 9 to 5 or any kind of job that is taking out 8 hours of your day per day. Without wasting any more of your time, let me get into it. The first one is an online business. For anyone who has anything they think they are good at on computer, to give an example, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, or Microsoft Excel, you can set up an online profile of yourself, which is basically a CV that shows a sample of your products or things that you have worked on before, and you can upload it on sites like Fiverr, like Upwork, and very many others, which I've made a list of, and it is here. The other thing that one can do is to rent place, some not so expensive shop, and do any kind of business in it. For example, it could be a hardware, it could be a cereal shop where you're selling rice, beans, peas, maybe some portion in there, mainly going for wholesale but doing some small retail there. It could be a machine hire shop where you are having things like grinding machines, welding machines, aluminium cutters, compressors, and these other machines which people who are doing projects, people who are having workshops, usually tend to hire for a day or two instead of buying. It usually goes for about 10 to 20,000 per machine per day, which is good business. On an average, each machine is going to bring back the amount of money you put into buying it after about 40 days or 50, which is basically less than 2 months of hiring that machine, and then you can start profiting off that machine. The other thing that one can do is goat rearing, though this would require someone to have access to people in the village, especially if they are already doing it. So that all you have to do is to buy, not actually buy, but send money to those people, especially relatives, have them buy those goats and include them in their herd. I don't know if they call it a herd. And then they can update you on how they are going, on how they are growing. But usually this will require you to trust those people, as you know how it usually turns out when you mix family and business. So it will need you to, first of all, trust these people. Secondly, to first understand and know them and know how good they are doing with the goats they are already rearing. Yeah, whatever thing that they are doing, it could be piggery, it could be looking after cows, goats, as I said, rabbits, or anything. All you have to do is find out what they are doing, find out if they are doing it well, and then add to their stock of animals using your money, and then find a way of working out the profits from your animals with them, because it is them who are doing most of the work on growing them up. The other thing that one can do is a plastics shop. People usually tend to buy things like percolators, flasks, spoons, forks, plates, water bottles, laundry baskets, table mats, very many things. If you target a location where there are very many homesteads and you get some place that you can rent there as a shop, put them on display, it would be a very good side hustle for you, except that you would need to find someone to operate for you while you're not there. And if you can afford that, you can go for it. I think it's worth it. The last, which is something that I'm looking to do with a friend of mine, is a fast food center, especially near a university. You know, these people tend to usually eat fast foods as their supper and sometimes their lunch. If you can make your place look neat, look clean, and offer good food at a good price, it could be chicken, could be roasted chicken, could be sausages, could be egg rolls, could be chapatis, could be chips, could be fried cassava. You could actually do all of them if you can. from my experience, not necessarily from my experience, but from the hearsay of people who have done that business, I am so interested into going into it with this friend of mine. And I think when we do, not I think, I must, when we do, I'm going to update you guys on the growth of the business on this channel, or whatever business that I might think of doing on this channel. So yeah, you can subscribe if you're interested in seeing the journey of the side hustle growth for me, my friend. And you could also actually give in some comments of some other good businesses you think that are worth starting. And yeah, we see how to increase income levels for ourselves and to not only depend on our salaries as we look forward to going out of the salary world and being entirely financially free without necessarily being employed. Thanks for watching all this far. If you did, I would appreciate a like, a share, a comment, and a subscription from you. Nice time.